Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nerd Statistics News. I don't know what I'm calling this. This is kind of my first thing ever. I'm going to give you a little bit of a news breakdown. There was something important that happened in the last past 2 days, and no one's really discussed why this is an issue or how come this issue how has this issue come to be is more of what I'm getting at. And it's to come with a YouTube channel called ZTV. This is kind of a big channel if you're in the statistics area. There's a lot of statistical YouTubers out there like MDM. Um, at one time, Gabrielle Lenny, YouTube Wars, Max the Master, if you know who that is. There's a lot of statistical channels along with me, and no one's really talking about this issue, but ZTV is a channel with over 85 million subscribers, and at one point had over 96 billion total viewers, all-time viewers. And was terminated on the 22nd, which from when you're seeing this, actually, it would be in a day ago, but from most people, it'll be 2 days ago. I think it's one of the more stranger terminations for channels because there was no awareness in the strikes, and this channel's been up since December of 2005. There's been a near 20-year, for nearly 19 years that YouTube's been around. This channel has been around. Um, and there's no awareness of any strike activity or copyright infringements, which makes it very weird to say the least. And even weirder to say is that the channels that surround this, that are based off of different areas of India or different areas of the world, like the Middle East and the USA and such. Their channels are still up and posting regularly every day. Find it a bit odd, I do think. And the owner of ZTV Entertainment, Subhash, I think I'm pronouncing this wrong. I don't know. Chandra, Subhash Chandra. Uh, he has not said anything in the matter of the publicity. Has not stated anything on why this has happened. Um, And while there has been a lot of, you've probably seen shorts everywhere now and then, like this channel got terminated at 85 million. And to put that in reference, the last biggest channel on YouTube to be terminated due to copyright infringements to Cocomelon was Super JoJo Nursery Rhymes that had around 23 million when it was terminated. This is a channel that is two times that, two and a half, like almost three times that size at 85 million. Um, and now they're terminated all of a sudden, right? But it doesn't really make sense when all the other channels are still up that they run. Um, and a lot of arguing in the comment sections on subreddits is that this termination was via hack interference. Many channels on YouTube in the past 20 years that this, not only just company, but also social media platform has been around. There's been many hacking incidences. There's also been many glitches. One of the more recent glitches was with another Indian corporation channel called T-Series, was at one time the most subscribed channel for around 5 years from 2019 to 2024. Um, and, and, or maybe that was 2023. It was 2024. I'm thinking wrong. And with nearly 280 million subscribers, they had a glitch for a day where they were at -1 quadrillion all-time views. And that's just the system failure. That's just an error most times. But there's been hacks with the channel too, like back in 2021 and 2022, when the banner and profile picture were changed to it was like a robot. It had to do something with one of the songs T Series was doing, and I don't know why it was that way, but it was settled to be a hack and was rather anonymous by whoever who did it. In other instances, the biggest hack there was in YouTube history that is otherwise known of was back in 2013. Um, if you're unk like me, then you know that that is in reference to videos, thumbnails, profile pictures, titles on videos, descriptions were all changed to spell out cuss words like FUCK by individual letter, or very massive content creators at the time like Fred, Ray William Johnson, Ryan Higa, and Shane Dawson having their profile pictures be the exact same. Um, those that it wasn't that big, but this is terminations don't just happen. Um, to give you an instance on a channel in which it glitched massively to a point of increase by nearly 70 million subscribers in a day was by a channel called Jaspier Jassy. Now, the 4 videos on this channel didn't even breach the 25,000 view count mark, so it wouldn't make sense the channel with not even 100,000 total views would equate to it having nearly 70 million subscribers in a day. YouTube was able to resolve the issue, but there was no real settlement on if the channel was supposed to merge with ZTV, as it did have their profile picture for a while, or if it was just an error by YouTube's the increase and decrease system on what a viewer is consistent to be, and how it counts as to be a subscriber. Like if it was hacked to buy new subscribers or not, that was never really settled. But it was more of a conclusion of a accidental merge. But I still come to think that this was a channel hacked for the attention giving of let me get as many subscribers as possible. Back to ZTV, however, being that the channel is based in Bangladesh, India, there is, a lot of speculation that I've done my own research on that it could have been hacked and terminated due to the current civil service roles in Bangladesh and the movement there. There's a current issue with Bangladesh trying to get service roles and higher payment and lower hours. There's a whole thing about it that I have no real complete understanding of, but I do understand it's important to Bangladeshi people in India. And, that is one of my instances that I could see being why the channel was terminated, as being maybe lashing out on a movement and thus being hacked. But the other could have been to find like a financial failure, or a non-disagreement, or a non-disagreement. What am I saying? A disagreement financially. Now, I found 2 articles that kind of support both of these that are based in India and translated to English. Probably through Google though, because some things were misspelled wrong, so take it with a grain of salt as you may. But one of the articles is called "ZEE Media Website Hacked, Accused of Making Fun of the Situation in Bangladesh," and this was written by the Times of India on August 22nd, 2024, which highlights that in 2024 of this year, the site for ZEE Media, ZTV, ZEE Entertainment Enterprise kind of comes from, was hacked by a group called System Admin BD. I'm not really sure where. Now, when it translates, it just goes to System Admin, but I have no real understanding of who the group is, or really, who everyone is and what it came to be to where this happened. Um, and the intention, by what the article describes, is that, in my own words, um, ZTV, ZTV, like the enterprise, was hacked due for its dirty behavior to current civil movements in Bangladesh. And there's a specific quote to this saying that the ZTV media site was hacked because they made fun of a situation in Bangladesh. If they continue with their dirty behavior, we will take over and destroy the news channel. So when I heard that as being a quote directly from the hackers group itself, I'd imagine that whatever it was that they were doing to make the non-correct behavior to the situation in Bangladesh only further got worse, and instead of system admin BD taking it as a second warning to them, they just terminated the channel, and the website that goes with it, because the website is not up last I checked. So that could be one issue on its own. But there's also a financial issue that I really had no understanding of, even though Sony Pictures is a huge company, and this gets into the financial side. Um, and this termination could have done through financial disagreement, because it was announced on September 22nd of 2021, 3 years ago, that Sony Pictures Networks India was supposed to propose in USD, to make it easier, a $10 billion merged entity. However, an article called "Why Sony Scrapped $10 billion Deal, ZEE Failed to Meet Financial Terms," which was written by the Hinduism Times on January 30th of 2024. That quote, ZTV was unable to come up with a plan to meet the finance terms, as well, quoting a termination notice, which was further enhanced and suggested as to be true by Reuters, or maybe I'm not pronouncing them right, but I'm almost sure it's Routers or Reuters. It's Reuters. Reuters. It's Reuters. And they reported in the same article, and adding further from there is, quote, as the Indian company accused Sony of bad faith in calling off the merger. This is apparently the owner of ZEE Media, as we just talked about, his name, Subhash Chandra, writing a letter personally to the India Sony company, saying that they have no faith that this is trustworthy. So maybe not agreeing on this led to a decrease in overall financial decisions that were increasing, and rather led to bad decisions financially, to where they had to shut their own doors. But it doesn't really make sense. You could really argue hard that because everything else is up, why would the main thing be down? So really, there's not an update to this. This is developing. This is only almost 2 days old. But hopefully YouTube can reinstate this channel, and the hackers, and the groups behind it can be detected, found, and found guilty. So that this channel has no termination issues again. And hopefully YouTube will reinstate the channel and be approved by appeal, or else this will probably go down as one of the biggest mistakes in current YouTube history, especially on, the side of not treating other countries with the respect of their channel if it's not their fault. But really, that's all I have to say. That's just the news that I'm getting on ZTV currently. But, furthermore will probably be addressed later on. But that's all I really have to say. And until then, I'll see you all in the next, probably statistical video. Peace out, guys.